Thank you, Judge Murphy. The first question submitted from the organizing groups actually asked the candidates to elaborate a bit beyond their biography and introduction, asking, what experience do you have and why is this experience crucial to the Office of Corporation Commissioner? Judge Murphy, we will ask you to go first, and then Judge Roth, Commissioner Roth, you'll have your turn.
As I mentioned before, I think in a time of challenging energy situations, it's important to have someone who understands the fundamentals of the energy sector. I've actually worked as a geologist in the oil patch. I've worked as an attorney actually presenting cases in the private sector, whether it's drilling title opinions that go behind drilling wells or division order title opinions calculating the revenue that's actually distributed to you. I served as an administrative law judge. I'm very familiar with how the cases operate, and most people don't even realize it's the administrative law judges that primarily hear the witnesses and the testimony and the evidence that is presented in these cases. This is about the best qualified with the best credentials stepping up and representing you at the Corporation Commission. I am the only candidate running for this office that's ever given testimony as an expert witness, presented cases as an attorney, heard cases as an administrative law judge. I'm ready to hit the ground running because I know the Corporation Commission from the bottom up. I spent 6 years there, and I will tell you, I earned my way there. I wasn't appointed there. I interviewed, I earned my way, and the awards that I was so honored to receive came because of my service at the Corporation Commission. We face really challenging issues ahead, and we are still going to need the oil and gas industry as well as needing wind power, solar power. We're going to need clean coal. We're going to need a lot of other things. I think it's real important to have a broad-based background in the private sector and in government, and not just from the urban area, but I bet there's some students here that are from rural Oklahoma to make sure that they're represented there as well. I just think I bring a broad diversity and some entrepreneurship skills to the Corporation Commission so that government can start thinking outside the box, because I believe as a Corporation Commissioner, the most important thing is to be an independent thinker who can work well with others and bring action, because guess what? No one individual Corporation Commissioner can make all the decisions that happen there himself or herself. It takes another commissioner, and so having good people skills, having a good temperament, and being able to work with others is really important as well.
Commissioner Roth.
Sure. And let me confirm the rules. Is it 5 minutes with the lead question and 2 minutes for rebuttal, or do we have 5 minutes each?
5, 5, 2, 2.
Okay, great. Thank you. There's 2 candidates for office. Only one has the experience who's been doing it. That's pretty obvious. I've been working on your behalf since the governor gave me that opportunity. And I will share with you, as the only one of the 2 that's been doing the work day to day, that there's a lot more to it than the study of rocks. It's about people, and it's about the work that we do on behalf of everyone. In fact, as the one who's been doing the job, I will share with you that the deliberations associated with oil and gas are not the majority of our work. In fact, it's the work associated with electricity that touches every one of your homes, your apartments, your dorms, or your family's business. That is actually the greatest time commitment of any of the 3 corporation commissioners. So I'm proud to say that I have the experience to get the job done, because I also have the record that you can look at from that varied experience for the last number of years that I've had the chance to serve. Now, I will share with you that it was said that not one alone can make a difference. I disagree with that. I have stood alone on a number of issues because I know every day when I do, I'm still standing with you. I've worked across the aisle on major issues as a county commissioner and as a corporation commissioner. But at the end of the day, I've taken an oath to serve you as an individual. And I'm proud for you to look at my record and know the work that I've done. As soon as I started last year, I initiated an energy summit. In fact, I was shocked to realize a state as proud as ours, that identifies as an energy state, was the first energy summit in state history. In fact, I was glad that Ms. Murphy signed up to attend. It was an important day because people from across the state came together through my initiation to have that conversation. Before oil was $147 a barrel and diesel was $5 a gallon. That's the kind of vision that we need at the Corporation Commission. That's the experience I ask you to look at, because I do bring people together and I do solve major problems. As a county commissioner, I was proud of hosting a senior summit that led to some amazing outcomes to help our senior citizens across this state, in fact. Not only do we eliminate the waiting list for home-delivered meals for shut-ins and low-income seniors for the first time in county history with that outcome, but across the state we passed a constitutional amendment providing ad valorem property tax relief for every senior citizen in this county over the age of 65 that earns less than their per capita income. That's what it means to bring people together, is to figure out what the challenges are that we share in common and set about a solution. And quite frankly, I don't care if the best idea is a Democrat, Republican, or independent. If it's the best idea, it ought to win the day. That's what my record suggests. That's what my commitment and my oath suggest. That's what my experience suggests. And quite frankly, I'm proud that experience ought to be a debatable issue, because only one of us has been doing it, and I'd be proud to continue to do it.
Judge?
One corporation commissioner cannot make a decision about your electricity rates. It's not whether one person can make a difference, because everyone in this room can make a difference. I don't think anyone will dispute that. But the bottom line is, the serious decisions that must be made at the Corporation Commission on your electricity rates, on drilling and spacing units, on trucking issues, those are handled by 2 corporation commissioners, because there's 3 and it takes 2 to make a decision. It's really important to have great people skills in doing this job. And as I said, I've earned my credentials. I've earned my way all along to where I am. I won the Republican primary. I'm here because I've worked hard, and I'm ready to step up and hit the ground running. I'm willing to put a successful oil and gas law practice aside because I believe this is right. That is actually why I'm here. It's about being able to be an independent thinker and working well with others. And when you disagree with your fellow commissioners, that's great. It's not about criticizing them. It's not about criticizing the staff. It's about working together to empower and encourage those around you to rise up and do their best. Because the best leaders don't continue to use the word I in every sentence. It's about we. It's about working together.
Commissioner?
You bet. Thank you. That may be an issue we finally agree on. It is about leadership, which requires you often step forward and break through. I'll give you 2 examples. 2 months ago, I was the lone no vote on PSO's 21% increase to their fuel clause. They took an historically high cost year and suggested that it would repeat itself, and asked for the commissions to ratify that increase so they could begin collecting increased rates from over 550,000 ratepayers. I first argued in the case in May that it was wrong, that we ought to do it quarterly or monthly. Let's allow Oklahomans to keep those dollars in their pocket. Then in July, I argued again. The point is, it takes leadership to let Oklahomans keep their resources and not go along, as this commission has for too many years, because they think, well, it's the utilities that show up every day. Who's serving the public? It takes leadership to step forward and be that advocate for you. I don't mind standing alone. And I think my colleagues would say that I'm very fair to them. But when they're wrong, we have a responsibility to call them out, because there's 3.5 million Oklahomans who I'm serving, not 2 colleagues.
Very good.